Hi guys, it's Ryan here, just to bring you another video. This is a piece that I've just got for Christmas. I've got a couple of things from Christmas, so I'll be doing a few videos, hopefully throughout the week or within the next few weeks anyway. I just wanted to wish you guys, I hope you had a Merry Christmas and had a very nice day, and hope you got everything you wanted and had a great time with the family and everything. So yeah, hope you got everything. If you have any new pieces, I'd love to hear down below in the comment section what you got. It would be awesome to hear. Anyway, so this is a piece I got. It's the Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice Batman 1/12 collective from Mezco. So in other words, 6 inch. So this is a piece that I've been eyeing up for a while, as in since I saw the prototype shots. It looks amazing. And so I ended up getting it for Christmas and that, and yeah, it's just so good. So I'll start off showing you the box. One thing I really like with Mezco is the box is I'm not a big box person, as most people know who have watched these videos. That is, I'm not much for boxes, but I don't know what it is about Mezco. I just really like the box. So I think it's because they're small enough, but they're decent sized, and they put some effort into it. So you've got the front here, obviously, and then if you turn to the side, you've got the bat signal there and everything, and it's got that. And then on the back, you've got some pictures of the figure and that. So, and what's so cool about it is it's actually a slipcover, so you just pull that off. And I'll pop that just down there for a sec, and then I'll just give you a look. So that's the back there at the bottom, and there. So that's that. Now what I like as well is it kind of old school sideshow boxes again. If we open this up, this is just a clean sheet here, so we'll take this out. You've got the inside, so you've got the bat symbol there, which has got a nice like shiny effect on it. It's even got like sort of the texture look of the actual bat symbol on his chest, like in the film. So obviously inside here is everything where the figure is housed. So what I'll do, I'll crack it open. To open this up, you just grab this and you pull that out. So that's that. I'll pop the box down here. So now here is sort of where everything is housed, and there's a double layer to this, so you pop this. By the way, if you're wondering what's happened to my hand, I actually got sunburned. I actually managed to cover everything else apart from splodges, so I look like an absolute mong. But yes, so I do excuse that. And so we have here a cup. So we've got a bunch of stuff it comes with. So you got just the hands in here. So you got a few hands in that. They just sort of grabby hand. And I'll just quickly show you these, and then we'll have a closer look at them. But just a couple little quick hands. So you get those hands, another sort of relaxed hand, and so you got fisted hand. Now there is another batarang hand, but I've got one here, but there is actually another one for the other hand, but I've got that currently on the figure right now, so that's just for that. So obviously just another quick batarang. I'll give you a closer look, like I said, in a second, and a separate head sculpt as well. So you've got that. Now I'll just quickly show you from the box for this bit. So you've got obviously all of the stuff in here. You've got the batarangs, the grapnel gun, the little bit where it shoots out of the grapnel gun, the hooks and that, and a few other things in there as well. We'll have a closer look though in a bit. I just want to show you the main packaging. So obviously this is where the stand would be, just the base stand. And then if we open this up underneath here, so underneath we've got basically like the Dark Knight Returns. You've got the stand here, the see-through one. That's like the clamp that it goes on, And then you have all of these that help pose the cape. And yeah, so that's pretty much it packaging wise. So now we'll move on to just a closer look at the accessories. Okay, so we're just starting on with the accessories now, and I just sort of start off with the gadgets. And so we've got the grapnel gun here, which is absolutely awesome, and the detail is just top notch. You know, they just really have gone all out with this. It's just the weathering, and yeah, that looks great. Now they've got 3 of these, so they've got 1 of these with the rope on, which is nicely detailed again. Then they've got 1 which obviously just looks like it's about to fire out of the grapnel gun. And then they've got the closed one, you know, like just before it's even shot, you know, so that's nice. Again, very much like the Hot Toys. They also came with 3 batarangs. So got these 2 here, which are really nicely done. Just, I mean, just lovely, like metallic look to them. They look really, really good. They're actually plastic, but they're really well done. And they've even got like little chips on them and stuff, like they've been used. And all imperfections to them, like he does in the film, which I quite like. So you got those 2 of them, and then there's 1 more as well here. So yeah, really, really nice. And then he has also the smoke grenade when he, you know, pulls that out on Superman, and then Superman flies through, and then he's in another place with the kryptonite grenade launcher. And yeah, just awesome, and lovely little details on there, as you can see. So that's really nice. And then we have the bat branding iron thing. So again, looks really, really nice. Got that really, I kind of like it. It's got like a little bit of black in the paint there, you know, like it's sort of been heated up a few times and being used, and sort of, you know, it looks like it has slightly melted in certain bits, which is quite cool, as it would have, being under that, you know, being in use for quite a bit, you know, so. But yeah, it looks really, really nice, and it's another nice accessory. Now, if we move on to the more just Batman stuff itself, we've got these over here. So first off, I'll start with the separate head sculpt. So this head sculpt is really, really nice. It's like a sort of an angry growl looking one. So I'll just bring you up even further. So again, just great detail. I mean, you can even see little bits of bristle there on the sculpt, which is awesome. And the likeness, I think, is bang on to Ben Affleck. The cowl's really nicely done. It's got nice textures in there. And the eyes as well are really well done. I mean, keep in mind this is 6-inch. Look how good those eyes look. You know, try and zoom in for you a bit more. But yeah, they're just really, really good. I mean, look at that. Just awesome. Get a look at the back. So yeah, it's great, and just absolutely knocked it out of the park, Mezco. Now you've got also these hands. So these are like sort of, I think that's like a trigger hand, and then a sort of open sort of hand there. I think you can hold on to stuff and that with that one. But again, really nicely detailed. There you get the nice gold with the weathering in there, and it just lots and lots of detail. That's those 2. Now you get also, along with the batarangs, you get a batarang hand. So he's holding, and that's fixed into the hand, which is kind of like the thing with the DC Collectibles thing with the grapnel gun for Robin. But I don't have an issue with it. It actually looks really, really good, and you know, it comes in handy. And I think you can use the batarangs for a different hand anyway. But again, really, really nice. And you get 2 of these, so one of them right now is on the figure itself. So, but they're both for the opposite hands. So, you know, so again, just really, really nice. And if you, like I said, it just really, they've gone all out on the detail on these. It's just awesome. Sorry about the focus a bit here, guys. But yeah, really, really nice. So there's that one. Now you got one of the fisted hands here. It's just a fist hand, but it looks really good. And then you've got these open ones, and I think this is where you can stick the batarangs in with these ones, which is quite cool. Like have like 3 in one hand or something like that. But I really, really like these. I think they're just so cool. You know, and the detail, again, it's showing the detail off in them. It's just really, really nice. So that's basically it for accessories on the body. And then obviously you've just got these which are like for the cape. So it's like a bendy wire. So you've got a bunch of them, and you attach that to the bait. You've got the stand here. And then you can attach it to this. This clips on the back, this bit here. It's got a few little holes in there, and that should all attach. Well, these should all attach to that, and then you can have him in a flight pose. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the accessories, and that. So now we'll move on to the figure itself. Okay, so now we're on to the figure itself, and here he is, the Batfleck. Mezco's Batman. Now, freaking in love with it. Absolutely shitting a kitten over this. We'll start with the head sculpt. So we'll zoom in a little bit. And maybe a little bit more. Ooh, there we go. Nice. I mean, look at that head sculpt, man. It is awesome. I just absolutely... It's amazing what they can do with these 6-inch figures now. You know, it's like 6 inches the new 12-inch in some ways. They're really doing a good job with this. So we'll give this a turn around. So now I love the detailing in the cowl. So you got like little chips in the cowl there. Now it's actually like texturing in the cowl. There's no paint chips or anything. This is actual all texturing here. Which is really, really nice. The cowl looks a bit battle worn in parts, which is cool. And overall, it just looks really, really nice. I mean, just look at the detail on that cowl, man. Look at it. Turn it around, and there's just all of that detail. But yeah, I think the likeness is freaking awesome. It really captured Affleck's likeness in this piece. Now, lighting isn't doing it all that much justice, but if I zoom out, I'll try as best as possible. I'll bring the figure a little closer. See if we can... there is bristle in there. And it's really well done. Got his, you know, trademark Affleck butt chin there. What you could see. Start seeing a little bit more bristle on now with the camera. But the likeness is great. And look at the eyes, man. Just look at the eyes. And again, just look at that cowl. Just the different shades and detail in there is absolutely insane. But yeah, and I say they don't get any. Well, the ones I've had so far don't have any paint issues either. With the sculpts, they're all very clean and very accurate to the film. So you just pop in there, and so obviously you got the neck bit here of the cowl, which again is really, really nice. It's just really, really nice material. It's like nice plastic, but it's got like that material look, you know, which is really, really cool. It's just lovely. And so we'll bring you down. So you've got the chest there, which is awesome. Chest emblem, which is actually a separate piece, I'm pretty sure, on top of this, or it's hard to tell actually because it's very, very well put in place. So I don't know if they've glued this down first and then glued the suit around it. I don't know, but whatever they've done, it works because it doesn't hinder articulation or anything like that. Again, muscle definition. I mean, you've got the 6-pack here. You know, you got the gauntlets and the arms there. Which again, the detail on the gauntlets and arms is absolutely insane. Again, I heard somebody describe these as like 6-inch Hot Toys figures, and I have to agree with them because they just are that good. You just got this awesome gold here. It's just awesomely done. You know, just looks really, really nice. The hands and that look really good. Then you've got the Batarang, which again looks really, really nice. Just it's got like a pretty big reflection at the moment. But yeah, so you got that. Now if I bring you down, so you got your belt. And again, if you just look at the detailing on that, the weathering and everything, I mean, just everything looks worn and everything. And again, it just looks fantastic. And again, it doesn't hinder articulation at all, you know, it really does, this figure. I mean, I don't know what it is or how they do it. I think they just do the research, but Mezco, they just nail it when it comes to the materials. Bring you down to the legs, and you got the leg muscles and this son of a bitch. It's just awesome. Look at the muscles and the legs and the definition. It's just like godlike. And if I bring you up, you got the Affleck arse there, the butt cheeks, the bat butt, which again, phenomenal work, Mezco. Yeah, it just looks, this figure is just awesome, pure awesomeness. Bring it down now. So you got just the knees again. Bring you down to the boots. And just look at them. I mean, just the detailing on there is just awesome, you know. Just is really, really cool. And it's all there. You can see the texture and the detail. You know, it's all there. Just Mezco have done an awesome job, and again the articulation in the boots is awesome and really blends in well with the rest of it as well. So yeah, really, really nice, really nice figure in general. I'll just give you a quick look. This is the base. So it's again very similar to the Dark Knight Returns, and like just a round base, nice and simple, not too big, but it's got some nice, just little symbol artwork there, which is really nice. Nice glossy finish, and it's there's a little. I'll show you now. So what I like about these bases, for people who are wondering, you can either have him on the base normally like that, and there's that little peg in the bottom, and you got the bottom of the foot there, and you pop that in there, and the figure stands. The figure stands well on its own anyway, but that's just for that. So you can have it like that, or you can put the flight stand in there and have it done like that. So you got the two options, which I think is really, really cool, and it's just, yeah, it's just really, really good. Now I'll bring you around because a friend of mine, Alex, I was telling him about the capes on Mezco and how well done they are, and I said that pretty much the capes are better than pretty much a lot of the Sideshow and Hot Toys stuff that have come out. And so this is what I wanted to show him. So Alex, if you are watching, here you go. So the capes, what I love about Mezco is they put on the right materials, and that allows it to sit more naturally. As you can see, you've got sort of that natural sort of effect you get with the cape when it drapes over the back, and it drapes over naturally. It's a little bit more work with this one, just because I think with the material sort of you're working with, whereas the Dark Knight Returns has like a fabric material with little weights in it that helps just, you know, bring it down a little bit more. But this is really, really good. I mean, the materials is just really nice. And the weathering, oh my god, the weathering is so well done. I just really like the weathering on this. It just really does the job. And it just, like I said, it sits really nicely on the figure. And that's what you want, you know. The last thing you want is to make it look like really baggy and just doesn't sit right. But this doesn't. It's not the case with this. This is looking fantastic. And, you know, you sort of have, again, the cape design. You have the full Batman sort of wings spread, which is awesome. Look at that. You know, you can have it sort of natural, and then it falls more naturally on him. You can have it over as well, so you can have it over, so you're covering his arms, and then you can just nice and neatly just sort of fold it over the back. Again, just looks really, really nice on the figure. And yeah, it is just pure awesomeness, this figure. And if I quickly show you as well, we'll just show you the articulation. So here's an example of why I love the articulation on these and the materials used. Is you can go as far as like that, right? So that's, you got all this sort of tight, you know, stress on the suit and that, but because the materials they use, it just doesn't stretch it or anything. So I can bring it back down, and now it sort of goes back tight to the arms and that again. And articulation on the legs, so let's just do the legs all the way up, and you can do, you know, bend all the way back like that. I mean, just look at that, and then you can bring it back and it's fine, absolutely fine. And, you know, just got the ankle articulation, which is really good. Again, bend of the arms, got the wrists as well, and obviously the head is very articulated. Also, you got obviously a little bit of ab crunch there as well, or it looks like it. I don't know if it's necessarily ab crunch because the abs stay pretty much where they are, but they've got articulation in the back here that allows for a little bit more give in the suit. But yeah, articulation wise, and this figure is fucking awesome. So let's not leave him in that pose. It looked a bit dreadful. There we go. But what I'll do now is I'll give you a little comparison side by side to sort of the Dark Knight Returns, just so you can sort of see what you're getting, and a comparison just between the two. Okay, so here we are. We've got the side by side comparison between the Dark Knight Returns and obviously Batfleck, and so he is sort of a gauge of the size. Now, Dark Knight Returns is slightly taller. I would put him above, yeah, just slightly. Although his shoulders are quite a bit higher. And obviously the proportions are a little bit different. This one's more of a... This Batman, obviously, is based off a comic book drawing, but also this Batman, even though they're based off the similar storyline, this Batman is a lot older. So he's bulkier. He will be naturally. Whereas, obviously, Ben Affleck is a little bit younger than that, obviously. So he's, well, still bulky. He's a little bit more, you know, less stocky or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, but they both are buff as fuck and both look amazing. Obviously, you've got the differences, obviously, with them being, one's a movie accurate figure and one's obviously comic book. So there's that. But both are phenomenal figures. And if I just show you again, this is what I'm talking about with the capes as well. You got the cape that just sort of sits very natural on the back. And if you pick it up, and dangle it around, it just looks really good. And you can do a lot with these, with them. You can have them sort of sitting, and they look very natural. So the cape's quite nice on both. And again, you got the cape there. So again, you've got these really nice capes for both. And like I say, the technology they used, or the technique, should I say, they use for the capes is they got like these little plasticky tabs in them, print-on tabs, and they just help give a little bit more weight to the cape, which is really nice. But because this has got sort of a leather material to it, it's going to have more weight to it naturally anyway, so they probably didn't need to include them. But yeah, so that's just a quick sort of comparison between the two Batman figures. Both really awesome. And yeah, so we'll move on to, I'll actually just next, I'm going to just quickly show you a comparison between the Hot Toys cape and this one. Okay, so this is obviously the Hot Toys and the Mezco side by side. As you can see, both look freaking awesome. There are slight differences between them, but mostly they look the exact same. Just with the grey being lighter on this than it is on this. And again, I think it's from different lights as well that bring it out. But both Hot Toys and Mezco, I think, have captured Batfleck quite accurately, and just they both look phenomenal. So the biggest thing I wanted to show you is the cape differences. So I'll turn the Hot Toys around. Now, if people who don't know, who haven't seen the video, I really like the cape on the Hot Toys one. I think it's a really nice cape, especially for what Hot Toys have done in the past. I thought it was one of the stronger Batman capes, and it sits quite naturally compared to other Batman capes done, and I said that also in my video for that. But as you can see, while the cape is still nice, there are things about it, it doesn't quite always sit there. You have to fiddle around with it a little bit, and you do have to do a little bit of fiddling around. But it still looks really, really nice. No knocking the Hot Toys at all. The top quality stuff, But, I just think with the Mezco, as you can see, it just sits that little bit more naturally. You've got sort of that natural thing. And I think the material just looks a little bit better as well. That's just my opinion. Again, that's entirely up to the individual. But I really like it. And although I like the weathering on the Hot Toys a hell of a lot as well, I think the Hot Toys weathering's really nice on it. And it's a different sort of weathering at a different point, I think. That's what it is. But I like the weathering on the Mezco one just a teeny bit more. I just like the little subtle, little smudges here and there, and then different sort of colours in there, which is nice. I just thought it was very, very nicely done. And, yeah, so that was just a quick comparison between the Hot Toys and Mezco. So now I'll jump on and I'll try and get it set up with the flight pose. Okay guys, so here we are. I've come to the flight pose, and I've tried to recreate, much like I did with my other Mezco Batman video, tried to recreate the Dark Knight Returns iconic pose. And using this. Now, just keep in mind, you can probably tidy this up a little bit better than I did. But I've tried as best as I can for just this video. Like, you can tuck certain things away and that, but I'm very happy with this. And I think it may do the Dark Knight Returns pose slightly better than the Dark Knight Returns figure, which is pretty cool. And I've got him here, similar pose, but I thought I'd have him with the batarang out, not batarang, grapnel gun, ready to fire. And I put the angry face on him as well. So I'll bring you around. He's got his angry face. That's a bit of a turn. Relatively easy to do this, as long as you know what you're sort of doing. But it takes it again. It helps with having a bit of practice from with the previous figure. But yeah, just super happy with this figure. I tell you, I'm over the moon with this figure. If I'm totally honest, Mezco, I've done it again. And I think the plan is in the future is to get the Superman when they do that, the Henry Cavill Superman, and go with the Batmobile as well when they release that, because they just look great across the board. You just look at that, how the cape sits. It's beautiful. Got it sort of there and sort of tilt it around. It's got the nice curve in there. Jumping down. But yeah, really happy with that. And I thought, just to finish it off for you guys, because he does the Batman jump slightly better than the Dark Knight Returns Batman, I thought maybe the Dark Knight Returns Batman doesn't like that. So they're just about to battle against one another, and I've got it, the Dark Knight Returns one with his bat claws in it. Well, I call them bat claws, but just a batarang in the hands. Like, he's got a bunch of them in one hand, and he's looking very pissed off. He's like, "Oi, why are you stealing me pose?" And he got Batfleck saying, "Because I can," or "Because I'm Batman," one or the other. But I'm just over the moon with this. I thought it looked good from the beginning, and I'm glad I stuck to my guns and got it, because it's just a really nice piece. And I think anybody that is looking into Mezco or having, a cool high-end sort of quality 6-inch scale figure, this is definitely that figure. And both of them are, actually. I mean, Mezco, they just keep pumping out great stuff. And I'd say their quality is up. I haven't had any QC issues on these or anything like that. And, they just, super movie accurate 6-inch figures. You just can't go wrong. So, yeah. So, at least, as well, for my friend Alex, you can see what I'm talking about with the cape. I do still think these guys have the edge over Hot Toys and Sideshow for capes and stuff. And just as an overall package, I think they're just a really great, really great pieces to collect. I'm very happy with it. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I answered most of the questions. If I didn't answer certain questions, feel free to just leave a comment down below. I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. And should have another video coming out soon from a new figure also that I got for Christmas. If you're on the Australian Collectors Chat Facebook page, yes, we have one of those. You'll be able to have a rough idea what I'm talking about. But if not, I'm going to leave it just as a nice surprise for you guys, because it's a really awesome piece that I've got. It's custom made again, and it's a fantastic figure. So can't wait to share that with you guys. Anyway, hope you had a good one, guys, and I hope you have another great holidays wherever you are in the world. Happy holidays, and I'll catch you guys all on the next video. Cheers.